haven't met me yet, my name is Brad Miller, Integrated Presidential Director. My wife and I, actually, it's our pleasure to work with so many people that are hungry to change their lives and others. And this next season ahead, I will tell you, will change many lives and will change your lives. You guys probably recognize the shirt. It doesn't say daily commitment to be consistent this week. It says do the work.
Figure out how to go to
Alrighty here. Mute. See, that's why we have the pre-call. But before we get started here, we've had a great season. We've had our sixth week of diving in, being consistent. You guys, this is your first training. Some of you guys, this is like your sixth or seventh because it's the commitment to being consistent and dialing the basics that change lives, change our lives, and continue to grow ourselves. We just had Summit last week. We're about to embark on an incredible year ahead. I'd love to hear from you guys. First of all, open up the chat, drop it in here. Where are you tuning in from, and how many years have you been coaching? That's what I want to know from you today. We have some experienced people here. We have some people that have never seen a new year. And we're going to drop some knowledge on how to not only take advantage of an incentive that Optavia has generously given us, but we're going to also show you how to massively fill your funnel in this new year and change a lot of lives. So, okay, a lot of people here. Okay, all over the place. 6 year, 1 year, 3 years, 3 years, 6 years, 3 months. All right, oh, I'm so excited for you. 3 months. You have no idea what's coming your way. It's moving so fast I didn't even know who typed that. Also, again, kind of slow day here, or we're going to get a slow start, wake up, especially for those on the West Coast. Feel free to take a sip of coffee. I hope you have your notebook. But we had Summit last week. We've had 6 weeks of being consistent. You guys probably don't even remember. Some of you guys probably, this is your first training, you probably don't even remember how new you were and how much you learned over these last 6 weeks, how many people have changed their lives, how much you feel more confident in yourself, how much you have grown. Takeaways from Summit. Maybe just this last year alone has been life-changing for you. So feel free to drop it in the chat, any wins that you feel like have been really powerful for you in whatever context I just said. But I'd also like to start off the call by sharing some of those wins. And I know it's early, so I'm going to say I'm going to take a sip of coffee. But who would like to jump off and share any wins in any of those categories? Because that's what we're going to be doing more and more of this year for people. And I always love hearing the stories because it just blows me away what we get to do for people and all people's different experiences. So who wants to share a win from this last little bit before we kick off today? Go ahead and unmute yourself wherever you're at. I know it's early. Yeah, go. Denise and Frank, I know I can always count on you. You guys are always so thankful and so abundant, and it's no surprise that you guys changed so many lives. Denise, I remember when I met you, you were still in a wheelchair. I mean, that's how good life is. Like, amazing. I don't know which one you guys are going to choose today because there's so many.
It's been an amazing journey. For us, the big breakthrough for us has been dreaming. And it's easy for me to dream. I dream all the time. But this woman right here has done some dreaming and some realization of some dreams. We threw out to you just a number for what we wanted to make 6 years ago. And we have not only just, and I from the other room, I yelled and doubled it. And we've actually doubled that. And that's just been amazing with our family. Being able to take what we learn here and apply that to our life, because that's really what this is all about. So being able to see family dreams come true. And it's just been an amazing ride.
I love it. Denise, any words you want to say, or just let the man speak for you today?
Well, the way we were able to 4 times what I even fathomed we could learn or earn is by really getting squeaky clean with the systems, leaning into our mentors. But what does that mean? People will say, I want AD, but do you really know what they want? So I run stuff by Brad Terry. I put stuff in my thread. What do you think about this? How are my systems? Where am I at? I've been willing, even though I like to be right, I've been willing to learn and to, kind of have that growth. It can hurt a little, but let me tell you, on the other side, it is so worth it. So, Brad, it's been amazing 6 years.
Yep. 6 years. I love it. All right, we're 7:03. I want to hear a few more wins. Who's got some more wins from this last season? It could be it could be anything. It could be health. It could be from this series. It could be from this year. I know you guys got the wins. I celebrate them with you every day. Who wants to share boldly this morning? Who's got some wins they want to share or breakthroughs they're having?
Lisa Yakeley.
Lisa, you just got called out. We're going to slow roll into today. We're almost 200 people on the call. We're going to get really comfortable as we get into today because this next few months ahead are going to be built off of the decisions we make today. And I want you guys to mark down this date in your calendar because you will look back and I want you guys to remember that what date is today. December 8th was the time that things changed for you. So anyway, we're going to slow roll today. Lisa Yakeley, you just got called out. Share a win for us. Can't hear you. Are you there? I can see you unmuted yourself. Nope. Okay, let's move on to somebody else. Anyone else want to share today? Yeah, go for it.
Brad, Janet Roberts is wanting to share, and I'm not sure, she's a little shy. So Janet, take mute because you have some great stuff to share.
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Brad. I just wanted to say how thankful I am to this group. And during convention, I felt God calling me to this journey. And over the last couple of weeks, He's proved to me this is what He wants me to do. He's bringing clients to me that I know are contacting me after months. And it's just confirming that I'm where I'm supposed to be. It may have been a slower start for me, but I'm just so thankful to my coach, Trish, to Nicole for her help, meeting everybody at convention, encouraging me, and just Trish sharing some of the things from your conference in Arizona last week and just all the pieces coming together and just hearing things that are confirming what I feel God's calling me to do. And it just means so much to me. And I thank everyone. And this program is awesome, the community and what it's done for me in my life. Not just the weight loss. I've lost 80 pounds, but just being able to pass that on to other people the way it's just awesome. I don't know what else to say.
I don't know
but thank you to everyone.
Oh, Janet, I love that. I don't think you can really call it anything else but awesome. And that's why I want to start off today with it. This is the power of what we're doing here. We could go round robin all day long. And I just want to congratulate you on that and that confirmation and really encourage you on this season ahead. It's going to be powerful. Let's do one more. I know Crystal wanted to share, but she couldn't figure out how to get herself off mute. Crystal, did you end up figuring out how to get yourself off mute?
Yeah, no, I unmuted and then you muted me back. So I don't think
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay. No, I'd love to share. I had a big November and had a lot of fun. And just kind of letting you all know where I was at, I hit executive director in August and I kind of hung out there right at that 6,000 mark for 3 months. And I thought, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm having a lot of fun in my business, but I want it to grow, but I don't know what I'm doing, not necessarily wrong, but I want to help more people. And so what I did was really this last month was take a look at, what's my brand out there? What does my Facebook page look like? What am I posting? Why am I not getting why am I not doing health assessments for one? And I think for me I wasn't having enough conversations. I was posting, I was doing the check marks, doing everything they were telling me to do, but I wasn't being authentic. I wasn't being super intentional. The only thing I was really being intentional about was doing the check marks, right? So I got really intentional last month and taking a look at what I was posting and just got real. So I started, instead of just copying and pasting things, really, speaking from the heart and putting my face out there more often, posting pictures of my real meal instead of the poster picture of what that meal should look like. People connect with that more. And so a couple of things that I really did take away that were huge conversation starters for me, which then ultimately led to those health assessments, was posting another before and now picture. I think doing that every once in a while, just people want to see you, so you post those transformation stories. I post every day, right? But they're not me. And so people forget that I was on this journey too. And so I build more conversations off of those before and nows than anything else that I post. And then I also did my first Facebook Live this month. which was scary in the beginning, but right after you push that start button, it's not so bad. So those two things alone really got me going. And I did so many health assessments last month, which then led to the biggest month I've had yet. So.
Yes. So Big Thinker in November. Congratulations. And I just have one other question for you. We're just like kind of slow into this. Why it's coffee and consistency. We're just having coffee with 220 people on Saturday morning all over the U.S. This is the season where we're going to go over like the incentive today. We're going to just create some massive action, and you guys, the next few months ahead are built on what we do in the season, and you guys have been doing the work for it. You know, for you, Crystal, what was it for you that went from checking off the boxes to those impact? Like, what helped you decide to just like, if someone's like, oh yeah, I'm checking off boxes right now, and I want to start sharing from the heart. Like, I want to start doing what Crystal did. What helped you do that?
Oh gosh. Well, one, my mentorship. They really helped me figure out how to do that, and just being authentic and leaning into them and saying, you know, what are your ideas? What do you do? Like, how do you come up with those things? And really just kind of getting me to think about, you know, who is it that I want to reach? How do I want to come across? And, you know, that way it was kind of like, it became more fun instead of a job, right? It's not like, that's what we're here to do, is to help people. And I got lost in the, you know, the numbers and, you know, that kind of stuff. And when I took that all out of it and just made it about helping others and focusing on that rather than the tasks, then it was just so fun. I love it.
From there. I love that because honestly, that's the same recipe we see every single time. So I love it. Crystal, congratulations on Big Thinkers Club. And honestly, congrats on the next few months ahead. You're starting to do what we're going to show you guys. We're going to open up some businesses today. We're going to show you exactly how to take on this new year. Last year, we had an explosive new year, and we just showed you guys how to be of service to others, how to get in front of people. There are people out there looking for change. And honestly, I hope you guys hear me today. I'm also talking to you who are still watching on Facebook Live. If you're watching Facebook Live, hop on this call right now. We don't want to leave anyone behind on this. That's why I'm live in a million different places right now. It's because you guys have no idea what's possible in the next few months ahead. The breakthrough for you, the breakthrough for others, the people that are looking for us. And last year we started doing this, and I even gave people a homework assignment. I asked you guys to go back and look, and if you didn't do it, it's okay. But some of you did, and it was mind-blowing for you. I asked you guys, where were you guys at this last year, group volume and income, and then where are you at now today, and what percentage increase was that? You know, Bernadine, you calculated that. A few others, Abby, you did that. If anyone did that calculation, will you drop your percentage growth in the chat? I think you guys found it's probably more than you could even comprehend. And if we're starting to dream even bigger, and we've proven to ourselves that we can do this, what's possible over this next season? So we're going to show you how to utilize this incentive here. I'm just going to check the chat real quick. 56%, 100%, 133, 98, 56. Man, those are huge numbers. It's nothing compared to the momentum that we have right now. So I hope you guys have your notebook. Hope you guys are ready to go. Drop me a one in the chat if you're ready to rock today, ready to start taking on the season ahead, and want to know the different things that will make the difference over these next few weeks and touch a lot of lives. Let's see here. 39 once, 45. Okay, I think we got it. All right, before we hop in here, we've had a great season, a great month last month, new Big Thinkers, a couple new global directors. I wanted to bring them on real quick. Again, just going to share more stories of breakthrough, because I think you guys will notice that each one of you has the greatness inside of you. You can do this too. I'm always surprised when it comes down to 3, 3, and 3, or the health journey, or what's possible, or thinking bigger, like, oh my gosh, I'm doing the work and it's working. And it's like, yes, all you have to do is move slightly from checking the boxes to sharing from the heart, like Crystal said. Nice job, Crystal. But also just do the work. So we have an incentive. We're going to show you guys how to utilize that today. But you guys have already done the work that's going to set you up for this season. The time right now is to go into massive action. And these two girls did this time last year. So I wanted to bring on April Picard. April hit global last month in the month of November, right? November, give her a round of applause. But she was also the top client starter for this incentive last year. So I want you guys to know we're not just taking advantage of incentive. We are building momentum that will create a wave of health. So I encourage you guys to dream big. So April, can you come off mute real quick and share with us just like some tips on like, just if you go back and talk to your past self this last year, what would you tell yourself to help get ready for what's the year ahead? Now that you've seen a bigger picture, you're speaking to everyone else on this call. It's doing the same thing.
Okay, thanks, Brad. You know, really, I love this December Dash that we're going to talk about because it really does set the momentum, sets the tone for the momentum of the new year. And I'll tell you, I could never imagine for myself at my age where I'm at right now. I mean, it's not just the income; it's just the whole transformation of the mind that, to me, was a really bigger deal than even the transformation of my body. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. And the other thing that gets better about this is how it's impacting my team and seeing the freedom that a lot of my team members are having by doing this. And now that they've announced the December Dash, I mean, that's just going to set us all up for an unbelievable 2019. But you know, the other thing that's really great about the December Dash and the way I looked at it last year and the way I look at it this year is knowing we're giving the incredible gift of health to these clients. So, you know, I personally am making my report up of all my inactives. I'm going back to all of them, you know, getting them to get back on board, you know, going back through my follow-ups, all that type of thing, and then working with my team to do the same thing. So I don't know how many of you saw, Corey Baker did.
Yeah, I wish I would have been here because.
Got your back, Tara. Don't worry about it. Got you muted now. All right, go for it, April.
Okay. Corey Baker did a video that I just loved, and it was called, I mean, what he talked about was, with this December Dash, you can either build towards an avalanche of disappointment or an avalanche of momentum. I choose momentum. So I just think this is a wonderful gift for all of us, and I really appreciate all your mentorship, Brad and Lori. Thank you.
I love it. April, you already hit on what I was going to ask you. It's like, what are you doing? Of course, you're doing the pro steps that we're going to break down today, so I love it. All right, one last talk to the live. If you're on live right now and you're not on this call, join us on this call right now. We are setting up to create massive momentum this year. Let's see here. We're 240 strong right now. 240 people are going to change a lot of lives this year. So one more tip. Nicole Parker, will you come off here? And I just want to give a props to Nicole Parker. I can give props to everyone here. You guys are all making massive changes, massive growth in your life. But Nicole Parker decided last year to be like, okay, I'm going to start working closer with my support team. I'm going to start doing these things that they say are good to do. And she also took advantage of this December Dash and did all the things that we're going to talk about today. And I think you were tied for the first.
Yeah.
Or tied for the second. Hold on. Tara, I got your back. I might have to permanently mute you. But Nicole Parker, go ahead and come off mute. Hold on. All right. Well, got you too, Kelly. Share with us a tip. So, Success Leaves Clues. You ramped up this time last year. You've been coaching for like 6 years. And then this year led to a breakthrough for a lot of people. You hit global last month. Huge awakening. Share with us, like, just if you could go back in time and share some tips with yourself back this time last year, what would you share with people on this call and yourself last year?
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
I've been coaching for a little over 3 years, but it's cool that we think that we know each other that deeply, Brad. Thank
I
you.
don't know. Maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part. Okay, only 3 years. Okay.
All good. No, I mean, yeah, last year there was a pretty big shift in the way that I ran my business, I guess. So the thing was that changed for me is, and I had it written on my whiteboard. This is something that I learned from a training or something, and I can't remember exactly who said it, but it was contend for others, right? I stopped really focusing on me and what I wanted in my business and really focused on everybody else's wins, meaning my coaches, clients, I mean, everybody around me. And Janet, I mean, just nailed it right there. I mean, that is what we do it for. You know, I am of service to others and want to see other people win. Coaches, clients, everything. So a few tips that I have to be able to do that is, you know, really trainings are key, right? So that you can learn not just the practical skills, but the soft skills that we as coaches can help us move our clients and coaches forward. our support team is huge. And, you know, not just our support team, but, you know, our coaches and our clients. I learn from every stinking person. I learn from everybody. I learn from coaches. I learn from, you know, my clients and, you know, and definitely my mentors. So lean into everybody and take something away from every conversation that you have. Being consistent in what you're doing. 3x3x3, great. You know, bump it up. I mean, do it more. You know, be Optavia. It's not something that I do, honestly. I mean, I have evolved, and it's something that I am. You know, so it's not, you know, I'm an Optavia coach or what. I mean, this is just my life. You know, and I share. So it's like sometimes I don't even have to think about being consistent because it's just what I do. So if you're not there yet, then maybe, you know, bump it up a little bit until you are. So being consistent in your posting and your sharing and everything. You know, there was a thing at the summit that, you know, I had mentioned earlier, and you know, I keep on going back to this, is that we all make mistakes. We all, you know, we don't like to say struggles. So we have things that we contend with, right? But, and, you know, sometimes in the past, I would think that that was a failure on my part, right? That I would just get knocked down and pushed down that ladder. Now it's like, no, I mean, how do you learn? How do you grow? You make mistakes, you learn, you grow, you know. So it's not bumping down a rung, it's just moving you up, you know. So learn from your mistakes and just grow from them. Going back to the contending with others, dream with them. Know what they want. Know what's on their heart. You know what they're doing this for. Not everybody is doing this for the money. You know, not every coach is looking to create an income. They want purpose. They want to give back to others. For me, I mean, yes, I love the money. I do. I love it. But what really gets me going and what keeps me here is seeing the wins of everybody else. I mean, I feel sometimes it's super selfish of me because I feel like I get more out of the wins of my coaches and clients than they do. But that's what keeps me going, you know, along with other things. So this is the season to share. Continue to be consistent in this busy season. Share with others, you know, live out loud, you know, everything that everybody else says on these trainings, right? Just follow it and do it. Lastly, believe in yourself. You know, I was the girl forever ago that had zero confidence, zero, you know, and I'm still working on it every day. And I know that there are people out there that feel like they're not good enough. This is not possible for them, that, you know, they don't know how to do this. You can, period. I mean, I'm that girl, you know, and I know that I will continue to contend for myself and for others. And I will, you know, accomplish many, many, many more dreams that I don't even know that are out there yet. So love on others, believe in yourself, get rid of your concepts of yourself, and just, you know, go forward and share what you have. And thank you to everybody on this stinking community, everybody, because every single one of you make us what we are. So thank you, Brad.
Mic drop. I think we can all get off today. Nicole, absolutely fantastic. One last question for you, because I want to get into the December stuff, but there's not much to cover today. You guys have already set up the stuff to do the work. We're just going to show you how the pros have done it. Same thing I asked April, and same thing I asked Crystal too. How did you make that shift? How did you go from like doing the mechanical to saying, I'm doing this? Like, how did you make that? It's because I know that shift. I've seen so many, I can name a million different people on this call that have made that shift, but how did you go from being like, I'm kind of doing it to like jumping all in and just like making it about other people? That everyone knows when you get it. How did you get yours? When did you make that decision?
You just decide. I mean, see, it's as simple as that. You just make the decision and you do the work. Hashtag your shirt. I mean, you know, yeah, I wore that one the other day. I mean, you just make the decision. And honestly, for me, just creating a plan and talking to my mentorship and asking like where the holes in my business were, or, you know, what I could improve on, and really taking that to heart. and listening to their guidance. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's just making the decision. You know,
I think you nailed it right there. I think you nailed it. It's making the decision. So right now, today, I'm going to ask you guys, like, I'll just put a 2 in the chat if you have made the decision to move forward and go all out after this year. That's really all that matters today. The rest is just going to be the details. Nicole, thank you so much. I love your heart, the example. I love you sharing that. And hopefully I'm not going to ask because I already asked to check the 2 of this growing up, but you know, really, that's the breakthrough that happens. Once people, like for me, it's helpful to see that like, wow, I can do this too. So hopefully you guys are there today. So let's jump in. And I hope you guys have your notebook because we are on habit 6, which is deliver extraordinary results, serve to better mankind. That's what do the work means. That's what we're doing daily here. And if anything, I'm encouraging you guys to dream bigger. So let's jump in today. You guys, I tricked you. We talked about the ramping happening in January, March, and February and beyond, but really, you guys, this is the month. You guys have done the work. You have laid the seeds. You have done the action. You have the skill set, plus the mindset, plus action, plus consistency equals success. This is your time for harvest, and we are going to show you how to break that down today. So I hope you have a notepad. If you're on the live, I hope you hop on the call real quick. What are you still doing on the live? Get on the call right now. So I have my video right here. If you guys don't know, that's what I'm talking to in the page here. We're going to show you how to blow up your December and set a tone for an entire year. Here it is. Here is the December dash details. This will be posted in the page, but I want to go down through this so you guys get the details so we can go to work on this, but also the mindset beside it, like the mindset behind the Aprils, behind the Nicoles, like the people like Lindsay DeFore. I know you were also one of the top earners. Lisa and Gary Stewart, you guys took advantage last year. Integrated National, global directors, like making the decision, understanding how to utilize this. So here are the details. It is a tiered system on how many clients you bring in, filling your funnel in the new year. So if you bring in 3 clients, you're going to be entered in to win a $1,000 drawing. 5 clients gets you a $250 bonus. 10 clients gets you an additional $250 bonus on top of it. 15 clients gets you an additional $500 on top of that. 20 clients gets you an additional $750 on top of that, and 25 clients gets you an additional $1,000 on top of that. That's $2,750 in extra income you can earn on top of what they already pay us extremely well, and that builds your funnel. So here are the details. It started yesterday, December 7th. It goes through, let me make sure I get the dates here because I can't see my screen. It goes through December 23rd. That gives us 16 days starting today. You know what's cool about that? You guys have already been laying the seeds. I already see it bubbling up. Drop me a 3 in the chat. Have you already been getting those messages? Oh my gosh, I need to come back on plan. Or, oh my gosh, I've been watching you. Or, oh, this new year, it's on. Or just that, like, you know, they're like inquiring. Those messages, you're like, I know what you're really asking. You're not asking me what I'm doing this weekend. You want to talk to me about getting healthy. So, yes, lots of those happening right now. It is fertile ground. And what's really cool about this, last year when we took this and sent it and blew it up, all these examples that we have here, it was only for new clients. Optavia, best Christmas present ever. It is new clients and inactive clients. They're getting, like, it's easy. It's so easy. I'm going to go over this and kind of like some mental breakdown here in a second, but inactive clients are any clients that haven't placed an order in 3 months. Are you serious? Any person that hasn't placed an order since September 7th counts at this. They're just like literally going to give us tons of money. They're just like giving us money. So let's go fill our funnel. It's never been easier. The only thing you got to know is that it's 350 is the volume you need for it to count, which is easy if you start someone with a variety pack or a full order. So it's just a done deal. How cool is that? Drop me a 4 if you're like, oh my gosh, that's way easier than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I think people are really excited right now. So let's talk about how we're going to take advantage. Don, you and I went over this. Is there anything that I need to add to this that I missed?
No, I just love it. Just what I want people to do, though, is after the call, take a moment, really digest it. There's a video that kind of walks through it, but really look at this because you guys, what's possible with this, the number of people you're already going to help just by doing a little extra work, a little extra. Anyways, it's absolutely fantastic. It's amazing. You're so generous. They even upped it last year.
Yes, exactly. So here's the tier. I want you guys to think about it like this. So like thinking bigger, understanding the value of it. So we already get paid. So I wanted to break it down like this so you guys can figure out how many clients you want to start. And honestly, my challenge to all of you is the bare minimum, set your goal for 15. It's that That simple. And if some of you guys aren't there yet, I want you to just like to get connected with your support team. You should easily be able to start 15 clients by this time, by the end of this incentive. So here's kind of the breakdown of it. Is if you start 5 clients, that's a $250 bonus. At the executive director level, just your normal commissions on that is $550. For just starting 5 clients this month, you're gonna get paid an extra $750. If you start 10 clients, that's an additional $250, so $500 bonus just for starting or restarting clients. You would already earn $1,100 in income on that. Plus your bonuses, that's $1,600 of income. Plus you're filling your funnel. Nicole, are you glad you filled your funnel starting this time last year? I bet you are. Yes, she's smiling. 15 clients, just from starting or restarting 15 clients, just your income alone would be $1,650. That's just what they would pay you already. Can you believe you get paid that well? On top of that, you're gonna make $1,000 in dash bonuses if you do it by the 23rd. That's an extra $2,650 in income. Plus, you guys, it's not just a one-time order. This is the start of their health journey. This goes forward. It continues on. They're not going to stop program. Like, you're elevating your new norm and getting paid well for it. And then it just continues from there. Additional $750, that'd be $1,750. So if you guys want to think big, go for 20 clients. That's $2,200 in income just from what you would make from your commissions on that. Then you add the bonus, it's almost $4,000 for ramping up your funnel, for filling it up. And then, of course, $2,750. It'd be $5,500 if you started or restarted 25 clients. I know someone's going to do it. Is it going to be you? Think big on this. And anywhere you land in between is going to be great because it's going to up your percentage on this and up your momentum as you start this year. So it's all, you guys pretty excited about it. Can you believe that the chat's kind of blowing up? They're like, oh my gosh, can you believe it? Galaxy S9 already has 1 client. Yes, exactly, Jason. Yes. All right. Everyone's like commenting on it. So not just new clients. So I want you guys to also think with me, think big and think abundant. Also new coaches. I know you guys have a lot of people that are changing their health right now. People are noticing. And actually, I wanted to ask the chat because this is actually pretty fantastic. If you started coaching or were on your health journey around this time, at any of the years, not just last year, but any of the holidays, would you drop me a 5 in the chat? Like, who here started coaching in the new year? I know Kyla did, Lynette, I know you guys did this last year, DJ, like, yes. Susan, yes. Lisa, yes. Okay, so I want you guys to be thinking about this. This is another reason for someone to start. If someone came on and started their first 5 clients right here, they would already earn $450 for their first 5 clients, but they would make an additional $250 for dash cash bonus. Like, another reason for them to shoot out of the gate. If they start at 11, they can make $1,540 by Christmas on this. Isn't that really cool? So I don't want you guys to think about just clients. Think coaches and helping partners get a solid start. Who's going to be having an impactful business because of this reach out, because of this launch this time last year? John, anything you want to add to this real quick? So I know you're coming up next to share some thoughts on this.
Yeah, I just love how you're thinking about clients, but then you're also thinking about this gift for a lot of people get started as coaches this time of year because they were around their family's noticing. So you guys weaving that in and painting the picture of what's possible now. There's not a different time of year where there's a bigger opportunity than right now. And there's not a different time of year where people need it more than right now.
Exactly. All right. So here's the understanding the power of consistency. I've already kind of hit on it. So we're going to go over the things as we wrap up this call to go into massive action on to take advantage of in the mindset. Ashley Miller actually broke this down last year because this is the way we've always approached New Year's. And we've always even 1 year when we didn't have internet, we were snowed in, all that stuff, we still had our biggest January because of what we did in December of this time. So the power of consistency is knowing that you guys are planting the seeds. You guys have done the work. You have the people interested. You have so many people that haven't even reached out to you. If you stay consistent over this next little bit, and you have a plethora. So which client is going to lead to another person? Like, for instance, we went to a birthday party and to get a person healthy. That person led us to Dawn Chow and how many lives have changed from that. So right now is the time to fill your funnel because it's going to be a ramping effect over this next little bit. And the other reason I would just encourage you mindset-wise to go for the big dash for cash this time is not only because it'll fill your funnel, not only because it's going to change life, not only because it's going to lead to more breakthrough, because we are elevating the tempo of this world. I think we can all look around and realize the change that we've had in our life. Yeah, financially, yes, health, but how we've been growing, how we parent, how we live our lives, how we show up in this world. because we are elevating this world one step at a time. So like if there's another reason on top of it to do this, is we want to make this world a better place. And the other reason why I would encourage you to do that is abundance with this stuff allows us to do more in this world. Earn these Dash for Cash, fill your funnel, prove to yourself that you can even elevate your income level. So if you don't need that income, give it away to other people. I would love for you guys to be making the income, because the people that do great things with their income should be earning the income, and it should come from changing lives. I'm sorry, that's just my brand and plug today. I want to see the income in your hands so you can do great things with it. So it's all about opening up the door this time of year, filling your funnel on this. I just want to kind of give you guys like some examples of this. These are just some businesses that took advantage of this last year. So you can see this business right here. If you want to know what a really momentum growing business, to show you what's possible, if you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. This is an executive director or integrated regional. They were running around 755 group volume this time last year. Check it out. They took advantage of this and said, look what their new norm became. Around 18,000, 19,000, 1650. They elevated their new norm of their business by taking advantage of this and getting paid really well during the holiday season. Some of you might not be running that already, but great. That's great. Maybe this is the business you want after this new year. It's all good. But I just want to show you some people. It wasn't just they started a lot of clients, but they did the work and it set the tempo for an entire year of business. This person running around 9,000, elevated their norm to about 60, 19, 70. Maybe that's not where you guys want to be frontline volume-wise. That's a little bit higher. I just want to show you guys that you're not just building like this 1 month. You're doing the work to set up your tone for an entire year and what's possible. And you ask any of these examples that I'm showing you here, they would never thought any of these things were possible. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Dawn. Dawn and Kelly are going to go in order and show you exactly what to do. So I hope you guys got your notepad. We're going to show you exactly what to do to be like, okay, I want to take advantage of this. I'm ready to do the massive action. And this call is for people that want to do massive action. So that's why I'm glad I'm spending Saturday morning with 250 people that want to get after it and change lives, because the energy is infectious. So Dawn, would you share with us some of the tips? I'm going to actually unshare screen. And I'll come back to this slide here in a second. Share with us some of the tips on setting up our map and getting after this month. People are like, okay, I'm ready. I want to do it. What do we need to do right now, Dawn? What are the pros doing?
All right, Brad. I'm a little passionate about this, guys. So is it okay if I'm bold? Put a 6 in the chat if you want to hear like real boldness right now. Are you ready for it? Because I am a little passionate. Okay. Now I want you to put a 7 in the chat. Did you do your map this month? Do you have it? Grab it, you guys. If you've got it, show it right here. This is my December map. I did it. You better bet. Like, okay, we came back from Intentionality Summit, so I'm going to be just real transparent. It probably got done on the 3rd. Okay, it usually gets done way before that, but you know what? We were traveling. All right, success leaves clues. And like Brad has just been talking about, you guys have laid the foundation. You guys, we all have laid the foundation over these last couple months. Your consistency is about to pay off big time. Big time. Do you believe that? I just want you to know, if you don't believe it, just trust me, because this will be my 9th holiday season. So just trust me. I remember having a conversation down in Arizona, around the kitchen island with a few of you, and we were kind of talking about things that might have happened in November. Like, oh, have you, just blink if you had a few people move their premiere orders in November. Did you have a few people maybe cancel them in November? Did you maybe, if this was your first season, or maybe it was did you for a split second think that person might be gone? Did you think maybe they gave up on their health? Did you think maybe they gave, it's okay, because our minds go there sometimes. But I was, and you guys who were there around the kitchen know, I spoke a little bit passionately that night. You guys, they are not gone. If you've showed up and you've been of value in their life and you've found out their why, if you've just done the systems and the steps and did the health assessment and cared enough to ask and find out what their why is and help them get started, they're not gone. They will come back and they will bring their friends with them. But here's the thing. Sometimes so if you saw people move their orders around last month, that's normal. We had tons of things moving around. And you know what? Also, we had a lot less moving around this year than we did last year, than we did the year before, because we know how to dive in and take people's hands and help them through this season so they realize it's not the 5-in-1 or done. We're a total transformation company. So you'll see people move their orders when they're dieting or when they don't quite understand what it is, the journey that they're on. So as you start really like linking arms with your clients, so I'm gonna talk about how to do that. but a little bit of mindset around if people are moving their orders or anything, you know what? It gives us a window into maybe a different pain point. So if you're writing your map, and for one thing, December is such a special month. So I have my November map and I have my December map. And I just want you to know, so in the video for the December Dash, it shows you how to pull a report of past clients. This is the time of year to do that. If you're not sure how, reach out to your mentorship, but pull your report of your past clients, because this is the month to make sure that you love the heck out of people and that every single person gets a personal message from you. All right. I'm going to say there's like 800 clients in our group. So I'm going to do my best, but maybe not. You know what? I'm just going to say, Brad, I'm going to do my best to send out 800 personal messages, just so you know, because I truly believe in this. People need to hear from us. They need to know that we haven't left them, because they have so much fighting against their health right now in this time of year. We get to fight for them, right? Do you guys see that? We fight for people's goals. So take the time, pull your past map, pull your past reports, and reach out to people. But if they've moved their orders around, I just want to, for a second, think, perhaps are we focusing on their health journey, on their physical journey, when maybe their pain point is that they don't know how to pay their mortgage or pay their car payment and their Premier order? Are we asking questions that allow us to really dive into their life and to offer this full gift? Do they know what's possible? Do they have people noticing? Do they realize if they help 5 or 6 of the people around them that they can pay for their Premier? Have you offered coaching? So, okay, grab your map out and I want you to look at it this month. So over here are your clients. Number 1, how do you speak into your clients in December? Grab hold of them, and Brad taught me this. Do they have a plan for the holidays? Where do they want to be January 1st? This is the easiest way to have a conversation with all of your clients right now. Where do they want to be January 1st? What is their holiday game plan? And if they don't have one, you're here to help them, right? So reach out to all your current clients. Help them with that game plan. Celebrate how far they've come. Just like we as coaches, we're celebrating how far we've come. Take the opportunity to do lots of integration calls. How far have they come? Who's noticing? Have you offered the gift of actually sharing this with their friends? Have you told them they would be great at coaching? So the one thing that I know, all right, I'm just going to say, you guys down here in this section where it's the tracker, the 3, 3, and 3, or the 10, 10, and 10, like Kelly's going to talk about, that has become habit because we do it. We live and breathe it, right? That's what we're doing. So in this section, for maybe this season, instead of tracking whether you're doing your 3, 3, and 3, because I'm just going to say, of course you are. You're living out loud. You're doing it. You're probably doing a 10, 10, and 10 this season. Track the number of health assessments, like what Crystal said. How many health assessments are you doing? And you know what? Put a big old check mark if on that health assessment, you let them know they're going to be successful. People are going to notice, and you're going to help them navigate with that when that happens. And they've got a couple of options. They can coach them with us, which, by the way, most people do, or we can connect with those people. We'd be honored to help them. So thank you for the referral. Do your clients know that there are 2 options? They can coach with us, or they can do a referral. Track your health assessments and double check, are you offering that? And then track your integration calls. And going to be really bold this season. How many people each week have you offered coaching to? How many people each week have you explored it with? So that's how I look at the December map. And I'm looking at each individual client. Do they know where they want to be by December 1st? Do they have a game plan? Do they know I'm here for them? And then who's noticing? And have I really offered what's possible? And it's just kind of a gut check. So Brad, I hope I didn't miss anything. So jump in if I did. But just know that, number 1, if you don't have a map, okay, get it done though, because it's a really good month not to skip anything on it and to go back and touch base with all of your clients.
Hold on, let me take you off pin video real quick. Oh, hold on. Wait, go back unmute. Unmute yourself. I can't find you.
I'm unmuted. Can you find me?
Hold on 1 second. There you go. 1 second. Cancel spotlight. All right. No, it was so good. The chat's blowing up here, and the mindset is so key on that. The pain points, and I can't stress that enough. And you are a really good learner. That is have that conversation, like Nicole was talking about. Like when you get connected with people, ask them what their game plan is for the new year. Find out what they want to. If you want to make your coaching really simple, so you can focus on action, during the season that's going to change a lot of lives. Ask your clients what their goals and desires to see how they want to approach this season, and then see what wins they make on that. Maybe their win is just to not let the sugars like get a hold of them. Maybe it's to manage stress really well. You can't ask that question and watch the relationship explode with your clients. Plant the seed diligently. I don't want to reiterate everything you said, Don, but it was so powerful. It was so good. I do want to reference some questions in the chat because they're so good. Sarah Graves asks, hold on, there's so many people messaging about how awesome this is. I can't find it. Don, what are you saying in those messages to the people you were inviting back and building relationships with? So Optavia showed us how we can look up our inactive clients. Your goal is to message all of those people with massive follow-up. What are you saying? Are you building relationship? Are you inviting them back? What do you say to them?
I'm doing a lot of different things because, well, guys, I'm a Gemini, so I like to do things. So I'm sending an email to catch everyone. I'm also sending personal messages, a lot of voice texts. I usually do a virtual Christmas card that's like a family picture, and I send it out to each person via text, and I say, hey, Jill, you're on my heart. I hope you're doing great this holiday season. How have you been? It's been a while. Wanted to make sure you know I'm here for you. What is your plan? What are your goals by January 1st? Do you have a game plan for the holidays? I'm here and I would love to chat. That's it, guys. I'm reaching out, I'm being me, I'm sending emojis, whatever's me, and I'm letting them know you're on my heart. I'm here for you. What would you like and how can I support you?
Yep, exactly. I mean, other tips that I could throw out on top of that, I don't want to take away from it. It's just it's a relationship. So whatever the relationship is, and if you want to be really impactful, I would ask yourself, what's the fastest way to them changing their health, and then operate from there. It may just be saying hello. It may be asking them if they're doing okay this holiday season. It may just be are you were crushing on your health journey? I want you back as a client. I want to walk along. I don't know. But be bold with them about what you want. It's not, you don't need to be apologetic for wanting to change somebody's health. So invest in the relationship and be bold with people. People want to go with people that are bold. So I don't know. There's just multiple different ways. So you know what? Work with your support team if you want to get this thing down. But just basically be in front of a lot of people because they're thinking about their health right now. We want to be on their mind. So anyways, we got 15 minutes left. Dawn, absolutely amazing. I would just encourage massive action. It takes about 5 to 12 touches for someone to say yes. So just go into massive touches, massive relationships. So we go over some action steps at the end, but I want to turn it over to Kelly for some massive tips on how we utilize, how we can go about really filling our funnel right now with these next 16 days. So Kelly, take it away.
Okay, wow, Dawn, thanks. You always inspire me, that's for sure. And I got to tell you, like Dawn, here are all my maps from the last year with names. And looky here in a binder, because this is where December is going to happen all the way through March. And so I can't agree more on just getting into action. And we know what comes in starting mid-December. People are going to start deciding what to do because that little black dress is coming at New Year's and January's right around the corner. So some fun things that we've been sharing in our team about how to just follow up with everybody. And that's what, Dawn was talking about. So you've got all these names, you've been layering, you maybe have done health assessments, they haven't come along yet. Who's on your list? Who's on your heart? Follow up with everyone from the whole last year. Now with December Dash, are you kidding me? This is amazing. We have incentive, whether you give all the money away, like Brad said, or you have a bank account that you're saving for whatever purpose that coaching's bringing this healthy finance picture to you. Go to everyone on your list. Anybody that crosses your heart, those inspired ideas mean urgent action. Reach out to them. But much to the point of what was asked about what do you do, I always start with a relationship as well. Know that you're going to set a goal for jumpstarting your conversations. How many can you do in a day? I know Kimberly Sweemark, I'm going to shout her out on here because the day after Summit, when she had a little time, she started 50 conversations. She's like, if other people can do it, I can do it too. And she left on her flight having started 50 conversations. That doesn't mean that it's all about this. It's about how are you? You've heard all the tips, but you know what? What value can you bring in awakening that conversation? And, it helps keeping the holidays in mind because that's the joy of what you're here to say. Happy holiday. Hope you're set up well. But keep a holiday tip for keeping healthy-minded too. That's part of this journey, and a lot of us have had a huge, victory with the healthy mindedness of getting healthy from the inside out. So know what you can layer on. Much to Brad's point, what is the point of conversation that you've had with them in the past, was something that was brought up in a health assessment before, or just in general, from watching their Facebook and social media that they have a certain bend towards what they're looking for. Go in and encourage them. Encourage them to enjoy families and friends. Just bring value. That's one thing I know that I love really seeing happen in our team, is that we really want, every time we touch someone, and like Brad said, it could be 2 layers, it could be 12. It takes follow-up here with people to come along. The trust has to be built up, but you know what? Bring value. Give them a reason to want to see a message from you. And remember, open-ended questions so that you can keep that conversation going. But guide and encourage both your clients and these people on your list to share you with the people around them. Even if it's just talking about, oh my gosh, my health coach contacted me and I got a great plan, so I'm going to pass on seconds on the dinner, whatever that is. But have a great source for your clients. Help them to know how to refer to you, because as somebody put in the chat a while ago, they're either becoming a coach, or they're a great referral source, so they're really paying it forward in one way or another. So let them know that they can help inspire people. Maybe come up with a plan. Some people, maybe it's a holiday for the next 15 days, for the next 10 days of health and hope in the holidays, and you share transformation stories that reflect on holidays, or from Christmas to Christmas, New Year's to New Year's. But dig into with your support team and get creative. Think open-minded about what would inspire you if you were looking for something. Who would inspire you if you were check your own, read your own press, right? Check your social. People know you're the person to go to, because their decision making is going to start. That is for sure. And you know what? Always offer assistance when you are layering and having these great, conversation starters, or bringing up something that maybe the conversation slowed down in a chat or a message, or even with people in your neighborhood that you haven't seen in a while. Just offer assistance. Hey, would you like a recipe for your family? I tried one over Thanksgiving and my family loved it, and it was actually on plan. But bring value. That's the best thing I can leave you with on that. And then, 3, 3, and 3 is our everyday world. You want to help a lot of people? You want to take advantage of December Dash? And you want to see healthy lives start to happen in January, February, March? Then go 10, 10, and 10. Commit to yourself. Go after this. If you have a heart, and most of us do, to help others, not just a heart, but a heart to help others. But you know what? Go after this from your heart. And I just, yes, it's Facebook posts going live. I'm challenging myself to do this more and better too. This is not a comfortable area for me always, but I'm doing it. And then you know what? Yes, you want to add more friends. But one thing is that you already have a large pool of people that you're talking to, layering on, that you have spoken to, that you're loving on, that are following you, and you know it. This is a time to reach out. Dawn's idea of the virtual Christmas card, there's so many great ideas. Take the lead from people that are helping you build your business, and then be creative about who you are. Show up as you, and then get those conversations reawakened. And really, that's what it's about. It's just reawakening conversations and hope in people through the tools that we have. And then just a couple other things that I'd love to share is that, really, the follow-up has to come from your heart. So I think you got that, but be Optavia. I love that Nicole said that. Be Optavia. We aren't coaching Optavia necessarily. We aren't Optavia. It's a company, we're this, we're that. You know what? Be Optavia. It's the optimal way. We are the vehicles of the optimal way to transformational health and transformational lives. And so be that. Live that out loud. And you know what? These conversations are going to leave clues. We talk about success leaves clues. Your conversations leave clues about how much you love people, how much you want to help people, and how much authentic joy you get from seeing others win. Like Nicole said, it's about what we can help other people succeed in, whether it's their health, their healthy minded, or their healthy finances. Do not leave out the healthy finance picture during this time, guys. I got to tell you, this is where Christmas funds are built. This is where no shopping plastic on Christmas is a big deal for a lot of people. If that's happening for you, thanks to Optavia, share that. I have a no plastic Christmas. Thank you to helping others. Thanks because of helping others. There's so many great ways. So like Dawn said, I would definitely take a little time, figure out what it is you want to share, and roll that out have a bunch of days up until checking on these checkoff dates that Brad's going to go through for the rest of the month. And you know what? December Dash is December 23rd. So let's get some of these lives started into a different path for the holidays. Okay.
Kelly, so amazing. I love the tips. And I honestly, you guys, I'm blown away this morning. I'm blown away by the knowing of possibilities that'll come. I'm blown away by doing life with you guys, and just the remembering of how much wins we've had and helped others win. And just like, guys, we are making a difference in this world. Like every speck of takeaways or tips I've learned today, the world would be a better place if we got in touch with more people. And I just want that to be the operating factor, like what Nicole was talking about. If you can make that shift, and if you can really get on fire, what's possible for your lives and what you will elevate the tempo of this world. We have too many people looking for handouts, and we should be helping more people be able to give hand ups to people. So as we get started the season, guys, the chat's blowing up. You guys are on fire. You've done the work. You guys have greatness inside of you. I just want to leave you with some mindset stuff that will help you just take massive action on this. Before I get into these tips here, these are just some dates that you can really take advantage of mindset-wise as these last few minutes here. But I just want to remind you, on top of all these things that have been said here, is you can't buy consistency. And consistency is your number one promise to people that they can win and have possibilities happen for them. Make a massive list of people that are on your heart and then reach out to them from your heart. Make that shift that Nicole was talking about, that everyone's talked about here today. And I want to encourage you guys, if you remember one thing from this, with your heart in place, I want you to be obsessed with orders. People are going to go be buying stuff. Everything in this world that is of this world that is taken away from people's health, they have corporations behind them trying to get their attention. What are we fighting for so people come into our community? And that cannot happen unless we become obsessed with that entry point of our business. So I'm going to encourage you guys to be obsessed with those health assessments and orders over this next little bit. Here is a timeline where you guys can really do that, which is today. Massive follow-up today. You have a list. If you haven't, do a power hour, make your list. Go through your old clients, go through your potential clients, re-up your clients. Maybe you've been seeing this smaller as a cutesy diet, and you realize that you need to widen your chasm of who you're going to reach out to and be very intentional with. So follow with everyone today. December 13th is the day that most people decide what diet they're doing in the new year. Are they going to be joining, getting healthy, and maybe starting the process of changing their life with you? Will they be thinking about you? December 15th, that's just follow-up Friday. That's the follow-up Friday before Christmas. So you want to hit that one, have an extra big power hour for that one. December 17th, these are just things that help people get going. They have a million distractions. These are reasons for them to get started. That's the day that they need to order by if they want to start after Christmas. If they want to cut it close, that's the day they got to order by if they want to start the day after Christmas. December 19th, that's the day to follow up so they can start shortly after Christmas. Maybe they missed that and they're like, oh crud, I forgot, I got distracted. Make sure you come back with them on that. December 22nd, that's the last day to order so they can start by January 1st. And we want to get ahead. We want to be in service to people. If people want to start on the 1st, I know you guys are already getting the messages from people. These are the dates that happen on top of just normal follow-up. And then, of course, December 23rd, super follow-up, incentive for you. Maybe you guys are offering scholarship. Maybe it's the last day they take advantage of scholarship, but it's definitely maybe they'll get it a few days after New Year so they can join in on this. But these are just dates that you guys can utilize to be oh man, I'm gonna hit it hard on this date. This is the mindset. This is the extra value touch that I can do for people. And then of course, I would just encourage you guys to do massive action, even if people don't start. Even if it's it's just seed planting. Maybe it's just touch 10 out of touch 12 that you need. Even if you had 0 people start, I would take that all day long. Because if you do the work right now, you're going to be laying the foundation, filling the funnel for your new year. Your tempo for your year is going to be set on this. So these are just some important CEO things. Dawn, Kelly, anything you would add to this as we kind of wrap up here? These are just dates to just be out front. But I would encourage just massive action. Set aside a little bit of time. It doesn't take a lot of time. Just a lot, pockets of intentional time every day for the next 16 days. Any tips you guys want to give on this?
I'm just going to jump in and say, you know what? Schedule your time. That's the key, because there's a lot of people that you want to reach. So schedule your time more, give yourself more time than you maybe do our normal 3, 3, and 3, and be ready for responses. So it's scheduled to do it and give yourself some time to respond.
Yep. Don, quick last tip.
I was just exactly going to say that. Like, Brad, those dates are in my calendar. I'm scheduling an hour out or more on each of those. And I think one of the biggest things was draw the line in the sand, commit. What are you personally going to do? Put it in your schedule and go have fun and love the heck out of people.
Absolutely. All right, guys, here's how to explore your system. We already went over, but here's just a quick thing. Is just lead with your health, be extra bold. And I guess adding to it is make that shift. I think you guys all heard it in the voice. You can tell if someone's made that shift. Make sure you have that shift made of where you're operating from. Have your map and your massive list. Be obsessed with getting on health assessments to explore people's needs, wants, and helping them start their order, helping make that fit, and make sure you plan the full journey. Massive action, 10, 10, and 10. Do lives. By the way, you guys have been upping your lives. Every time I open my Facebook, I can't even scroll like about 10 scrolls without seeing live because you guys are getting so good at it. And that's what ups you in the algorithm. Just people seeing you is going to have people be like, oh my gosh, oh man, Crystal has done something with her health. I need to reach out to her. Oh man, Dawn, she's been talking about health forever. Maybe she could help me. I don't know. There's all these different things, but I want you guys just to feel there's so much. This is the time of possibilities. And there are so much possibilities. Let's be that beacon of light for people's possibilities. The last thing is just schedule the time, like Kelly said. If you feel like the need to do a scholarship, like you can do that. You always have extra funds to invest in people in their health. Make that reason. I'm not saying you have to give away tons of scholarships, but the money's there. Invest in that. Referral credits, double your referral credits. Optavia Share, watch that video in the email. It'll show you exactly how to send out emails to your inactive clients from Optavia Share. Great tool. And then lastly, dream really big. Guys, that's it. Like over the next few weeks, just stay close with your support team, do the work. We're going to have a training in January to help you continue to build and blow up this new year. The steps of success are just so simple, you guys. Everyone that shared today said the exact same thing. So I want to just leave this with one last bold thing. I know you guys, our hearts are so big that sometimes you guys sit around like trying and hoping to work with some of your newer coaches that don't get it yet. I just want to point out something to you guys all this morning. You guys got up and got all this training today. You have this heart and a big vision for your life. You go out and light a fire and don't worry about the people that haven't caught their fire yet. The only way, and then of course work with the people that have the fire, like all of you. But I know a lot of you guys are slowing down because you are wishing people would come along. You got up this morning to invest in your future. Some of them didn't. Keep loving on them like you're loving on your free clients and go do the work, up your tempo, and find people that want to change the world with us. So with that being said, massive action, create your list and dream big, and just work these next 16 days. As we wrap up here, drop me a 1 in the chat if you are in for the next 16 days to go into massive action and plant lots of seeds. I think we're all in. All right, guys, nothing to do except go do the work. Appreciate you all. Appreciate the chat. It's going to be an amazing year ahead. Dream big. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, everyone that shared. Have a great Saturday. Let's go do some touches. All right, bye, everyone.
Thanks, Brad.
All right, see you guys all later. I know you guys are, everyone's like, oh, I'm writing stuff down. They're all ready to get going. All right, talk to you guys later. Lots of seed planting. Let's go do it.